Hi, my HR enthusiast friends. My name is Juliet Lobo. I'm back again with the Campus to Corporate HR Initiatives My Journey channel to give you some insights and knowledge about HR ecosystem. In every episode, I intend to give you insights about what exactly are the HR functions, sub-functions, so that you get very well diverse understanding about human resources as a diverse concept. Okay, so today we're going to cover something which is very important in nature, and that is background verification, which is BGV. Okay, so what is BGV? BGV ideally implies your checks. Whatever you provide to the organization that you're going to join, whether it is in terms of your employment, whether it is in terms of your residence, whether it is in terms of your friends that you give as a reference, or any other thing. These are some components about the BGV aspect. Okay, so why are these checks important? First, let's understand. I, as an organization, would like to hire a person who is genuine. Genuine in all aspects, legally, ethically, and those employees who have a clear record. Why? It's because we as an organization give a potential data to these people. That data is crucial. If by any chance any fraudulent activity happens on that particular data, there might be termination of contracts. Hundreds and thousands of people can lose job, which is not a good sign for an organization. It may also lead to a suspension of the organization or a complete closure of the organization. Therefore, this aspect is important. Now, let's understand some of the aspects that the background verification team checks. One is your residential address. Now, residential address can be your temporary address and your permanent address. Both these are checked. Previous employment as well. If you are an experienced candidate, you provide employment details. At least a set of 3 previous employment are expected. Some organizations may expect all the previous employments. All these are to be provided and these have to be verified. Next is a reference check. You may provide reference of the professors, the ex-colleagues, or any of the potential people who you think can give you a good character and your certification in the upcoming organization. What does that mean? Simply, if our organization asks your reference that do you know this particular person, the person should be able to tell you that yes, I know this person, he or she has a good conduct and I can very well rely on this person. Whenever you give a reference, just ensure that you inform the person, because the person can get a call anytime. So there are some processes which need a criminal check done. There are some processes which require drug test done. Similarly, there are a couple of processes which require a CIBIL verification. And this is majorly for banks. These are some of the aspects of background verification, not limiting. There can be multiple aspects basis the organization, clients, and other legal requirements. Now, when the BGV is expected to get completed, it should be ideally before the candidate joins. If the person joins, maximum 10 to 15 days is what we can expect. The person's BGV should be completed. Now, what are the reports that an organization gets on an employee's behalf? I would tell you in detail. Before going ahead, let me help you understand who manages this BGV. In large organizations, there is a HR shared services team in which one team may be a background verification. So this particular team may do verification for multiple geos basis the employee headcount, and accordingly they can also outsource the particular work, because if the headcount is major, the internal team may or may not be in a position to do all the background verifications. So ideally, big organizations have a tie-up with the vendors who can do background verification on the organization's behalf. So the HRSS team, that is sub-function BGV team, coordinates with these vendors and give the further data to the business HRs or the training teams on the genuineness of the candidate. In small organization, this activity can or is expected to be completed by a business HR. These are few components about how the structure in terms of the BGV team happens. Now, let me help you understand about the reports. So, reports basis the organizations, they give different color coding to these reports. So, some of the common color codings I'll help you understand. First color is green. That means your background verification as a candidate is complete. That means your employment has been verified, your housing has been verified, your education has been verified, so on and so forth. So this is a good sign for a candidate and the organization. Next report is red. That means employee has provided fake documents. That can be either education, employment, or any of the documents. These are fraudulent people. As soon as the BGV team understands about these particular people, very soon these people should be terminated from the organization, as they can be potential threat to the organization, as they have initially manipulated their documents. So in future, they can manipulate the organization as well. So as soon as you know, just remove out these people. This work is done by the business HRs. Now, the next color coding I can say is gray. What does that mean is the candidate has not submitted the entire documents. I said right at the start, the BGV timeline should be 10 to 15 days maximum from the joining of the employee. So until that time, if the person has not provided documents, you need to understand what is the gap, why is the gap, if it is for the previous employment. There might be scenarios that the relieving document is pending, because mostly organizations take 45 days to provide a relieving or settlements document. In this particular scenarios, there are certain alternatives that the BGV team can inform the candidate, but the candidate is expected to provide those documents. Now, next color is amber. This means the BGV team is not able to verify the details, apart from doing multiple follow-ups, trying to connect with previous employers or education related institutes or any of the things. They are not in the success to validate the document. Here, very important thing to know is the person has submitted the documents. Now, if the BHR feels that the person is genuine, I'll give an example how the person can prove the validation of the documents and save his employment or her employment. Suppose a person is not getting relieving documents. The person has alternatives of providing salary slips, bank statement of similar amount with that particular institute or organization's payout stamp or transaction details. Then the person can provide PF, that is Provident Fund related statement, Form 16, that is used for income tax, that also consists your potential earnings from the organization. These are couple of alternatives that the candidate can follow. If all these things are genuine, basis an exception approval, the person's BGV can be turned from an amber to green. But at the initial stage, the BGV team or the candidate both are expected to get the verification done. These were a couple of things about the color coding. As previously mentioned, every organization has different color codings, but these are general color codings. Here as well, the organization can change. Some organizations use black, some use gray. There are a couple of other color codings as well. So these were high level views about the background verification process. I hope you liked the video. I would just like to inform that these episodes or knowledge base are exclusive for HR people, and as said, I want to build a community, so help me reach more and more people. Today, one thing I would like to inform that one of my friend has started a consultancy. I would share the details in the description box. The name of the consultancy is Corp Manpower Consultant. They provide recruitment related services, so you can approach them, share your CV and get interviews lined up. You can do that. Second thing I would like to say is we are in the festive season. Recently we have completed Holi. So best wishes everyone, stay blessed, stay healthy. Finally, we also had Women's Day. This year's theme at a global level is break the bias. What does that mean is we want to challenge the stereotype mindset of the people, male, female or any of the community, all are equal. Everyone has diverse thoughts. We need to use those diverse thoughts and make an inclusive work environment. This is what helps the organization grow in a long run, because you get potential insights, support from all the communities, and you are looked up to by those communities and the society. So these were a couple of things from my end. I would really like to thank you for being part of my journey, and subscribe to this channel, like, share, subscribe. This is what I'll request. Thank you. Stay connected. Stay tuned for next episode. Thank you.